Bucking Bull TV wrapped up a busy July with a visit to California on Saturday the 26th, where the Bucking Bull Owners Syndicate held a great event at the Mariposa County Fairgrounds. Syndicate members rolled in with RVs to gather on a hot summer day for a good time of bull competition and fellowship in the gorgeous mountain country of Yosemite. The Bucking Bull Owners Syndicate, known by its acronym, the BBOS, is a growing group of Bucking Bull enthusiasts that are committed to developing an organization that will serve owners of the Golden State and those nearby with regional event opportunities. Bucking Bull TV took time to get to know some of the members on this trip and witness some of the great Bucking Bull action as well.
11 of us got together back in 2012 to start the association. And it was just the need for having more Bucking Bull events on the West Coast. So there's other associations, and back east in the Midwest there's a lot of Bucking Bulls, and they've got their associations and their events. But there's a lot of bulls on this side of the country and a lot of contractors, and they just don't have an opportunity to go to as many events as they want to.
July 26th at Maraposa was the fourth event within the past year conducted by the Bucking Bull Owners Syndicate. Events are held for all age classes: futurity, derby, classic, muturity, and bull teams.
We came together as a group because we all were Bucking Bull enthusiasts, but here in California there's not as many locations such as in Texas or Oklahoma where we can buck our bulls. So we thought, let's put together a quality organization where any Bucking Bull owners and members can come together and we can hold competitions for them and have them throughout the state. So I think we've been very successful, only our second year, and this is our second time here at the Mariposa event. And we had a previous event in Chowchilla, California, as well as Fresno. And last year we had our finals up in Corning, so we're doing great for our second year.
We just saw a kind of opportunity, and we know that there's a lot of contractors or bull owners out here that are interested, that have bulls and just didn't have anywhere to go. And going back to the Oklahoma and Texas and just that Midwest section, which it's just not real feasible for a lot of guys to be able to do, to go play with those guys. So we just decided, we'll give everyone a venue to make that happen and try to keep the entry fees and everything reasonable so that the guys could play.
The BBOS has a progressive vision and employs innovative concepts to their Bucking Bull events. Concepts that are tailored to bring greater financial gain to the bull owner as well as notoriety to their bulls while creating greater incentives for the bull riders.
My husband and I have always been into the beef industry and to ag, and so this is something new that we've just recently been into. We personally have a bull on our own that's in training, and Ed, we developed a friendship and we decided to partnership in it.
It's a blast. People don't realize there's a lot of fun to be had with animals, and this is one way where it's all ground level. You deliver them, you bring them in, you feed them. It's all ground level. You get dirty with the animals, and Bucking Bull industry is one of the few industries where that can still happen.
As far as I can tell, we're all having fun. So yeah, that's the thing about our area. We just don't have enough events to buck these things at. So it's a great association, great guys, great people, great time to come showcase our bulls and see what everybody else has out there.
Their passion for the bulls in the industry, they enjoy the sport, and so when everyone comes together, it's just kind of like a big family. And so they care about their animals, they like to see them compete, and so with BBOS, they have an opportunity to showcase their animals.
Jeff Bressler at the Mariposa Futurity Bull 224 out first. Robinson Bucking Bulls. Man, some nice kick there. Look at that. Can this bull turning back now, getting into a quick spin. What a way to get things underway here this afternoon in Mariposa. Robinson Bucking Bulls 224. Not Jeff Robinson out of North Carolina, but Marty Robinson right out of Northern California. Great kick there. A lot of athleticism out of a pretty large bull. Should be scoring, I'd say, right around the mid-80s to get things underway here. Let's take a look at that replay one more time. Nice kick there. A lot of air for a big bull. Judges score now in 85.5 points. What a great way to get things started. 224 with the lead, 85.5 points. And next bull up, 201. That's Premier Ag-owned Hawaiian Wolf. And Hawaiian Wolf doing the old saddle bronc trick imitation as he runs across the arena. So not going to see a good score here today for Hawaiian Wolf. Scott Silviera trained buck and bull. Good kick coming out of the chute, but just wasn't able to get into a pattern or get things together, and he ran across the arena. So obviously not going to see a good score here on the second bull out this afternoon. Waiting on the judges, 63.25 points for Hawaiian Wolf. Next bull up, Premier Ag 661. Let's see if he can make amends for the poor performance of their Hawaiian Wolf. A little bit of a stumble there, but quick spinning, intense little bull. That's Premier Ag 661 out of Paso Robles, California. Watch the replay. There's that little stumble. Not a lot of great buck or kick, but a lot of good intensity and spin there. So should see a score that breaks the 80-point range here for Premier Ag 661. 224, Robinson Buck and Bulls in the lead, 85.5. 661 now moves into second place as he scores 81.25 points for Premier Ag 661. Next bull up, Ken McFetridge out of Stockton, California. His bull, Northern Chill. And before I could even start the call, a bull stumble. Somebody behind me, they gave the definitive call of that one by saying rats. Hate to haul a bull all the way to futurity and then see him stumble and fall like that. 17 points for Northern Chill. Up next, 23W 6-Gun Cattle Company, Danuba, California. Bull rearing up a little as the chute gate opens. Showing some good kick there, but looking to get himself into a pattern, just can't seem to get it done. Good, the bad, and the ugly there, in the sense that the bull is showing some good kick and intensity, but just can't get himself comfortable into a spin or a pattern, and that's going to be his downfall here. So that's 23W as we wait for the judges' score. Probably won't break the 80-point mark here. 78 points. 78 points for the 6-Gun Cattle Company, 23W. Chuck Farmer-owned 221 CF coming up next. Chute gate is open. Bull just showing a little bit of kick, not much else there, so we're not going to see a good score here from the Chuck Farmer-owned 221 CF. As we watch the replay, and this bull just not really able to get much of anything done here at Mariposa this afternoon. 47.75 points. 47.75 points for 221 CF. 28 bulls going here today in the Buck and Bull Owners Syndicate Mariposa Futurity. Let's look at the top three. First bull out this afternoon, 224 Robinson Buck and Bulls, 85.5. He continues to hold on to the lead. Sitting in second position, Premier Ag 661, owned by Premier Ag, 81.25. And sitting in third place, 23W 6-Gun Cattle Company with 78 points. Getting things back underway, Julio Moreno, Twisted 4, Fremont Street, 26-2 out of left-hand delivery, getting it on. Man, nice, solid bowl of Julio Moreno, Twisted 4 on Fremont Street. Could conceivably have a leaderboard change here as we watch the replay. Once again, 224 Robinson Buck and Bulls in the lead, 85.5 points. Waiting for the score to come in on this solid Moreno entry. 88.25 points, 88.25 points. So Julio Moreno, Twisted 4, Fremont Street now takes the lead. Coming up next, the Simons Holman entry of 312 out of the right-hand delivery. Bull turns back to the right. Nice spin. Good action there. Real nice bull in the Simons Holman 312. probably will not challenge for the lead, but a really good trip here. As you see the bull go out to the right, turn right back. Just a real nice trip. Kind of bull looks like he's going to do this every time he goes out and competes. So waiting on a score, should be up around the mid-80s. 84 points. So 84 points for 312. That currently puts him into third position. Coming up next, 3D Bucking Bull entry, Smoking Pistol out of the right-hand delivery. Chute gate opens. Getting it on. Nice bull here in Smoking Pistol. Dummy comes off. Bull keeps on bucking. Maybe he'll get that double score for a 12-second performance. Let's watch Smoking Pistol on the replay. Nice, honest bull there. Certainly not going to challenge for the lead, but should get a decent score here. Once again, the lead currently being held by the Julio Moreno Twisted 4 Fremont Street with 88.25 points. Waiting on the score for Smoking Pistol. 82.25 points. 82.25 points for Smoking Pistol.
51-2.
Coming up next, second entry of the afternoon for Twisted 4 Julio Moreno. This is 051. And not much there as he just comes running across the arena. Certainly a disappointment for Twisted 4 Moreno after the performance of Fremont Street a little earlier today. 88.25 points, currently holding the point lead. Waiting on a score here for 051, and it's certainly not going to be a great score as we watch the replay. Nothing much there. Judges say 69.75 points. So 69.75 for 051. Coming up next, the Humps and Horns entry out of the right side, bull number 26. So 26 starts his trip. Some good kick there. Not much else as the bull can't get comfortable and establish himself into a pattern. So not going to see a good score here today for the Humps and Horns entry. We're 12 bulls into 28, so we'll get Humps and Horns score and then go over the scoreboard as we march towards the 28 bulls entered here today at the Mariposa Futurity. 73 points. 73 points the score for Humps and Horns number 26. So 12 bulls into the field of 28. Let's take a look at the current top five. In the lead, Fremont Street, Julio Moreno Twisted 4, 88.25 points. Second place, 224, Robinson Bucking Bull entry, 85.5 points. Simon Holman's 312 sitting in third place, 84 points. Smoking Pistol in fourth place, owned by 3D Bucking Bulls, 82.25 points. Rounding out the top five, Premier Ag 661, 81.25 points. Next bull to buck today, Bad to the Buzzer, owned by Van Meter, Dace, and Hampton. Coming out of the right side. Bad to the Buzzer. Nice, exciting young bull there. Should get a good score. Probably put him up towards the top five as we wait on the judges. Indeed, a decent score, 84 points. That ties him for third place with bull 312, which was the Simons Holman entry. So 84 points for Bad to the Buzzer. Coming up now, the Ken McFurtridge-owned Haunt. Haunt turning on back, getting it on. Good buck, kick, spin, intensity, degree of difficulty. Should have a great score here. I don't know if he's going to have enough to challenge Fremont Street, the current leader at 88.25 points, but certainly good enough to give Robinson Bucking Bulls 224, who's currently sitting second with 85.5 points, a run for his money. 85.75 points, so Haunt moves into second place. Ken McFurtridge has got to be happy his bull Northern Chill earlier today ran off. Coming up next, Wicked Warrior, Nunez Livestock, Whiskey Bent. Just a flat spinning bull there. throwing his head back there like he's just not happy that dummy's on his back. So a disappointing performance for Nunes Livestock Whiskey Bent's Wicked Warrior as we wait on his score, which we know will be a disappointing one. 68.5 points. 68.5 points for Wicked Warrior. Cole and Carter, the stock contractors, too short the bull. And too short goes a long way as he comes way across the arena. So 2 back-to-back disappointing performances there in Wicked Warrior, and now too short. Waiting on a judge's score. Too short, 54.5 points. 54.5 points for too short. Coming up next, another entry for Simons and Holman. This is 313 out of the right-hand side. Some good kick there. Well, turning back, but not getting into a good spin. So decent performance for the Simon Holman entry of 313. Simon and Holman earlier on today moved into fourth position with their bull 312 at 84 points. Scoring here now 83 points, 83. Moves 313 into fifth place, right behind the Simon Holman entry of 312. I don't know if I agree with that score of 83, but I'm not a judge, and the bull makes it into the top 5. 223, Chuck Farmer on coming up next. Chute gate opens. Hey, oh yeah, I'm supposed to go out and buck. And once I go out and buck, not much there. I'm looking for that outgate. Yeah, that was the Chuck Farmer entry of 223. Kidding around here, but not much there as we wait on the judges' score. 41 points. 41 points for 223. Let's go take a look at the current leaderboard. So 10 bulls remaining to buck, currently in the lead. Fremont Street, 88.25 points for Moreno and Twisted 4. Ken McFertridge, his bull Haunt, sitting second, 85.75. Robinson Bucking Bulls, 224, 85.5, and tied for fourth and fifth. Bull 312, that's Simon Holman, and bad to the buzzer. That bull owned by Van Meter, Dace, and Hampton, both those bulls at 84 points. Broken D, Bucking Bulls, Crybaby up next. Chute gate opens. Bull turns right back at the gate, but not much there as he just flat spins his way to the whistle. So Crybaby, owned by Broke D. Bucking Bulls, not going to score very high here today at the Mariposa Futurity. 54 points his score, 54 points. Humps and Horns with their second entry of the afternoon, bull number 16. Fiery kind of bull there, but fire doesn't translate into points as he runs across the arena, showing some kick, but not much else. And again, a little bit of fire there, but fire doesn't count for points in the judges' eyes. 73.25 points. 73.25 points for bull number 16. Coming up next, the tough pronouncer of the day, Cozy Torto, Mafia Livestock JM. Whoa, look at the air that bull's getting. Man, bull with a little bit of a wow factor there. Not enough wow factor, I don't feel, to make it into the top 5, but an exciting little bull to watch there. That's JM as we wait on the judges' score. Always fun to watch these bulls that got that little bit of wow factor that really gets the crowd going, but doesn't necessarily get the judges going. 82 points. 82 points, the score for JM. Pasilas Bucking Bulls, a 12 coming up next. Chute gate opens. Turns right back, getting it on. Can this... Just as I was going to say, can this be the type of bull to crack the top of the leaderboard? As fast as he got started, He stopped the second half of that trip on a dime. So Pasilas Cattle Company looked like they had one here that could crack the leaderboard in 8:12, but he just flattens right out the second half of that trip. Watch that replay one more time. 80.25 points. 80.25 points for 8:12. Coming up next, another Chuck Farmer-owned bull in 211. Little fire and life there, but he's just pulling off that drunken sailor routine just all over the place. Doesn't really know what he wants to do as he leaves the arena. So a disappointing performance for 211 as the sand's starting to run out of the hourglass. Only 5 bulls remaining with Fremont Street, 88.25 points, still in the lead. Score here for the Farmer entry of 211, 68.5 points.
We go to 82 from Todd Hampton.
Todd Hampton owned a bull Troubling coming up next. Chute gate opens. Hey, we're going to have something here? No. Troubling performance as he takes off down the side of the arena. So it looked promising when the chute gate opened, quickly turned into a wreck here as this bull just took off down the side of the arena as we wait the judges' score. That's the bull Troubling. 79.5 points. 79.5 points for Troubling. Coming up next, Humps and Horns owned bull 25. Third entry today for Humps and Horns. Have yet to have a bull that's broken 80. Let's see if 25 can get that done here. Long-legged bull showing some athleticism here. Just can't really pull it all together into one package. But might be the bull for Humps and Horns this afternoon that does break that 80-point barrier as we watch the replay here of bull number 25, waiting on the judge's score. 81.25 points. 81.25 points for bull 25. And then there were three remaining. Let's see if anybody could come close to that Fremont Street score of 88.25 points. Coming up next, Broke D Bucking Bulls. The name of the bull, Socks. Here he comes with those white socks, getting it on. Great buck, kick, spin, intensity, degree of difficulty. Does he have enough, though, to vault to the top of the leaderboard and challenge Fremont Street at 88.25 points to the lead? Maybe not that good, but certainly a bull that should be in the top 3 as we wait on the score for Socks. What an outstanding performance. Judges say 85.75. That moves him into a second-place tie with Haunt, the Ken McFertridge-owned bull. Two bulls remaining. This is Church Mouse, also owned by Broke D Bucking Bulls. Let's see if Broke D could get to the top of the leaderboard with this bull. Nice bull here in Church Mouse, now getting into a good pattern, probably getting into that good pattern a little too late on in the going here. Should get a nice score, but certainly not enough to get him all the way to the top. Here you see Church Mouse again. Took him a while to get into that pattern out in the center of the arena and show what he could do for the judges. Should get a decent score once again, but not a score that's going to take him up to the lead. 83.75 points. 83.75 points. Nice score for Church Mouse. One bull remains. JO2, last bull out, Six Gun Cattle Company. Score to beat 88.25, held by Fremont Street. Not going to get it done here today. So, for all intent and purpose, it appears that Fremont Street, Julio Moreno Twisted 4, will be the winner as we wait for the final score for JO2 on the replay here. Judge is getting ready to call it in. It's 80.25 points. 80.25 points. So unofficially, Fremont Street, the winner of the Mariposa Futurity. We're going to take a quick break to give the secretaries the opportunity to officially audit the scores. You're watching the Bucking Bull Owners Syndicate Mariposa Futurity over Bucking Bull TV. We'll be right back.
Welcome to our 52,272,000 square foot nutrition center, the home of the checkerboard. 1,200 acres of working farmland, where we serve 3,000 animals every day to make each one the best they can be. It's more than a nutrition center. It's a 1,200-acre foundation for integrity, innovation, performance, and quality. The proof is in the numbers. Over 20,000 studies and more than 100 patents to perfect taste, nutrition, digestion, and performance. That's over 85 years of continuous learning, and it won't stop anytime soon. More than 100 employees in the pursuit of animal excellence year-round. We stand proudly with the checkerboard. It represents the 100 million animals we feed every day, and the reason we never stop striving to deliver what they need to grow and thrive, to produce and win. The proof is in the numbers, and it begins here with us. 1,200 acres, 9 squares, 1 commitment. Look for the checkerboard. It's the only check you need.
Bucking Bull TV is your go-to web source for great events and stories on the bull riding industry. Coming this September, Midwest Bucking Bull Association action from Leon, Iowa. Bucking Bull Owners Syndicate from Mariposa, California. Watch programs pay-per-view for a one-time fee during September and get your subscription now to enjoy our growing archive. Jeff Bressler back in Mariposa, California. The official results of the Mariposa Futurity now posted. Your winner, Fremont Street Moreno Twisted 4, 88.25 points. Split on second and third, Haunt, Ken McFertridge's bull, along with the Broke D Bucking Bulls Sox. Both those bulls scoring 85.75 points. Finishing fourth, 224 Robinson Bucking Bulls, 86.5. And a split on fifth between the Simons Holman Bull, 312, and Bad to the Buzzer, that bull owned by Van Meter, Dace, and Hampton, 84 points. Let's go down now to the arena floor for a quick word with today's winner, Julio Moreno.
That was a good calf. It's a Troubadour calf, Troubadour World Champion 2007, and he's out of Reindeer, which is the father to Bushwhacker. So this calf had some good bloodlines, pedigree, and he had a good out today. I was really tickled with his out. No, he's a big bone. He has whitewater in him, and the whitewater throws big bones. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing for us out here, the BBOS, to have somewhere to take your bulls to buck like this. I think it's great. I think it's a good opportunity for us out here on the West Coast.
Getting ready for the first bull out in the Boudreaux Derby. Stir Crazy Robinson Bucking Bull. Chute gate opens. Here he goes. Man, we are looking at what might be developing into a picture-perfect performance. You can't do it any better than that. Might be time to fold up the tent and head for home. First bull out of the chute. Stir Crazy. You can't do it any better than this. Stir Crazy, when the judges' scores come in just a couple of moments, I would say this bull 90 or above. This is just, it's a flawless performance by the Robinson Bucking Bull Stir Crazy. 92.5 points to take the lead. Coming up next, Not Funny, 3D Bucking Bulls. Chute gate opens. Bull coming out a little. Looks like he's finding his mark right now. Good fast spin. Void of a good kick, though. That's going to hold his score down. So Not Funny just competing, and it's not going to be too funny when you try to match the score of Stir Crazy's 92.5. There you see Not Funny. Once again, found his mark, got into a good spin, but not much kick there. 82.5 points, the judges say, for Not Funny. As we watch him one more time. Up next, Unbroken, Ken McFetridge owned. Getting ready to go here. Man, that bull's as long as a freight train as he comes out. Got a couple of decent tricks there in the old repertoire. It's going to be a nice trip for Unbroken. Going to be a nice rodeo bull here. Ken McFetridge, Unbroken. Let's watch him again. Long bull coming out, getting it on. Yeah, showing some good stuff there. So Unbroken, waiting on the score there, should be right around mid-80s. 84.5 points, the judges now say. 84.5 points for Unbroken. Stir Crazy still holding the lead. First bull out, 92.5 points. Next bull up will be Burning Cash, owned by the Borber brothers. Chute gate opens, turns right back in. Nice spin, nice kick, nice intensity. Bull drifts, but not losing a beat. Stays in that same great pattern. What an outstanding performance for Burning Cash. Stir Crazy in the lead at 92.5, but at any other Boudreaux Derby, man, Burning Cash would probably be your leader. He should be getting a high score here. Another score that's probably going to be approaching 90 points as we wait on the judges. Good go for Burning Cash. 87 3/4 points. 87 3/4 points. That puts Burning Cash into second place.
Mini Mayhem.
Next bull in the chute, Mini Mayhem. Nick Nuciforo, the owner. Mini Mayhem. Wow, nice kick coming out of the chute. Some good moves there. Another real nice bull in Mini Mayhem as the Boudreaux getting a little hung up on the bull, but looks like he's just about ready to shake it loose. Shakes it loose. Nice performance. Fifth bull of the afternoon in the Boudreaux. We're looking at some great stuff here. Low score so far has been 82.5, and here you see in Mini Mayhem a bull that's probably going to score in the mid-80s. So some great entries here in the Mariposa Derby this afternoon, the Buck and Bull Owners Syndicate. Waiting on the judges' score, 85.25 points. 85.25 points. That puts him in third place behind Stir Crazy and Burning Cash. Coming back a little late on this one, this is Mindbender, Pasilius Cattle Company. Mindbender coming out there. Fast little bull. Not really able to establish a pattern. No great kick there. Just that got that speed. Probably going to score somewhere in the 70-point range. Waiting on the judges' total. 71 points. 71 points for Mindbender. Let's take a quick moment to look at the scoreboard. Stir Crazy, first bull out, did it all right for Robinson Buck and Bulls. He currently holds a lead, 92.5 points. Sitting in second position, Burning Cash, 87 3/4. Rounding out the top three, Mini Mayhem, 85.25 points for Nick Nuciforo. Now in the box, Lizard Lips, Megan Ibrahimi, the owner. Bull taking a couple of big steps out. Now getting into a pattern. Looks like it wants to get it on, but quickly fading out. So very inconsistent performance here this afternoon in Mariposa for Lizard Lips, Megan Ibrahimi, the owner. And when all is said and done, maybe upper 70-point range for this bull. Judges' scores are in 76 points. 76 points for Lizard Lips. Patrick and Jessica James Bull A6 in the mix coming out next. Some nice kick there and spin, getting in some good rounds. Nice, honest performance for A6 in the mix. Saw this bull compete last year in the $1 Million Buck and Bull Championship as a 2-year-old. One of the top finishers there, making $12,500. Just a good, honest, solid performance here. Should earn this bull a score in the mid-80s and move him up towards the top of the leaderboard as we watch him once again. 85 3/4 points, the judges say. That moves him into third place behind Stir Crazy and Burning Cash. Coming up now, Omaha's Flight, Bacillus Cattle Company. Omaha Flight takes flight. Just not able to get it together. Scattered performance all over the arena, never able to establish any sort of pattern. So not a great performance here this afternoon for Omaha's Flight as we watch the replay here and we wait for the judges' scores. Omaha Flight score in 77.5 points. Next bull up, the Alexia Huffman-owned Hooligan. Chute gate opens. Oh, man, that bull hips the gate hard, goes down, but gets right up into a solid, decent pattern, finishing strong. Nice performance by Hooligan after what happened at the start of that out. Chute gate opens. You see he really hips that gate super hard. Goes down, but doesn't lose a beat. Gets right back up into a good, tight pattern. And goes on to finish strong. So Alexia Huffman should be proud of Hooligan after what happened at the start there. Waiting on the judges' score, 85 1/4 points, 85 1/4 points. So Hooligan, keep your eye on him in the future. Nice bull there, a lot of determination and grit. Freddie Cougar out next. Little bull there, owned by Bacillus Buck and Bulls, their third bull of the afternoon. Let's watch the replay on him. Man, little bull, that Boudreaux must feel like a full-size cowboy on his back. 78 3/4 points. Getting ready to buck as there's only 2 bulls remaining in the Boudreaux Derby. This is the Colin Carter Little Red. Little Red getting it on. Yeah, nice looking bull here in Little Red. Looks like it could do that all day long. Colin Carter has a nice one here. This is the type of bull that probably for the rest of his career, every time you open that chute gate, he's going to do the same thing over and over again, give you a good, consistent run. Should be scoring right around the middle 80s, so nice out for Little Red as we wait on the judges' scores, and we watch him buck on the replay show it one more time. Scores are in 84.5 points. 84.5 points for Little Red. And then there was one, Yellow Fever, Dace Van Meter Holbrook scored a beat 92.5 points. Chute gate opens, big kick coming out, takes a little stumble there, regains his composure, getting into a great spin, really getting it on. What an outstanding performance for Yellow Fever. Don't think he has enough there to beat Stir Crazy's 92.5 points, but he's going to be a high-scoring bull there, probably in the top 2 or 3. The one downfall there was the little stumble he took, but coming off that stumble, what a beautiful recovery, getting it on there, waiting on the judges' score. 89 points. 89 points puts him in second place. So Stir Crazy from Robinson Buck and Bulls, 92.5, your unofficial winner. Let's take a look now at the top finishers as the secretaries audit the official finish. Unofficially, Stir Crazy, your winner, 92.5 points. Yellow Fever second, 89. Burning Cash third, 87 3/4. Fourth, A6 in the mix, 85 3/4. And fifth, Mini Mahan, 85 1/4. We'll be back with the official results in just a moment. From Mariposa, California, over Buck and Bull TV, you are watching Buck and Bull Owners Syndicate action. We'll be right back. You can own a bucking bull. No truck, no trailer, no ranch necessary. We do all the work while you have all the fun. Own an exclusive genetic $1 million bucking bull and take the journey of a lifetime, competing for close to $2 million in payouts. Compete in events just open to $1 million bulls. Compete for payouts that continue to be the highest in bucking bull history. Compete at premier events like the Academy of Country Music and the National Finals Rodeo. Join exclusive genetics customers from 41 states and 5 countries for the thrill of a lifetime by owning a bucking bull. Learn more about exclusive genetics at exclusivegenetics.com. Welcome back. Jeff Bressler, Mariposa, California. Buck and Bull Owners Syndicate Boudreaux Derby results now official. Your winner, Stir Crazy Robinson Buck and Bulls, 92.5 points. Finishing second, Yellow Fever, Dace Van Meter and Holbrook, 89 points. Burning Cash was third. Borber Brothers, 87 3/4 points. A6 in the mix finished fourth for Patrick and Jessica James, 85 3/4 points. Rounding out the top 5, Mini Mahan, Nick Nucaforo, 85 1/4 points. And Hooligan, keep your eye on him in the future. Nice bull there, a lot of determination and grit. Go down now to the arena floor with a very happy Robinson Buck and Bulls.
Yeah, that's a bull we raised. He's always been pretty good. And today he just had a phenomenal trip, and we were really happy with him. That bull is out of a Raspberry Wine Son, 247 USA Proud, that actually came from David Weisner and the Weisners. This time of year, I mean, right in the middle of the year and getting towards the finals, this is kind of where we want him to start doing the thing. So if he keeps doing that, I think he'll be hard to beat. It's just a lot of genetics, and just, we work with our bulls quite a bit when they're young, and it seems to pay off when they get up to this level. They seem to handle everything pretty well. They don't get too nervous. They stand in there, and they kind of know what their job is. So,
well, I was looking through the camera, so it's different, but he really bucked and kicked and right there in the gate.
Yeah, we just like to thank the BBOS for giving us these events and giving us somewhere to compete out here in California. Anywhere we want to go, it takes a while to get there. It's a lot of traveling, but the BBOS has stepped up and gave us a place to compete, us West Coast breeders, so we really appreciate what they're doing.
Junior Futurity getting underway. Hunter Hawkins up first with his bull number 28. Chute gate opens, bull takes a stumble, and looks like he's going to take a second stumble. So Hunter Hawkins' hopes dashed so far this afternoon as his bull 28 just can't get it going. Waiting on a score here. Hunter will be coming back in a couple of minutes with a second bull to try to make amends. Judges score him 55 points, so bull 28, 55 points. Young lady up behind the chutes now, that's Megan Ibrahimi, her bull M21 Glitter. See how Megan's bull does. Nice kick coming out of the gate, continues to kick, but just can't get into a good pattern here. So that's bull M21 Glitter. Megan Ibrahimi. Watch the replay. Good kick there. Good action up the back end, but just not getting into a spin or really showing much more than that kick. But again, we're not looking at the type of bulls that you're going to normally see in the futurity that we saw earlier today. So the judges scored the bull 80. So Megan Ibrahimi, M21 Glitter in the lead now, 80 points. Now up behind the chute at the flank position, Hunter Hawkins, bull 27 coming out. Bull looking to try to establish a pattern, now getting himself into a little spin there, finishing very strong. That's 27 for Hunter Hawkins. making amends for Hunter's first out. He got started today with that bull 28 that scored 55 points. This bull certainly, with the 3 bulls in, should take Hunter up to the lead. As we wait on the judges' score, strong finish for the bull, 84 1/4 points. So Hunter Hawkins now in the lead. Jazrith Villaverde's LJ's Pet coming up next. Hey, nice solid out there for Jazrith Villaverde's LJ's Pet. Take another look on the replay. Turns back there. Some nice action. Good performance. Waiting on the judges' scores. LJ's Pet, Jazrith Villaverde, 83 1/4 points. 83 1/4 points moves that bull and Jazrith into second position. 2 bulls remaining. This is YOLO, Megan Ibrahimi. Her second bull of the afternoon. Glitter scored 80 points a little while ago. Start in super slow-mo, but now starting to get it on a little. Big lumbering bull there in YOLO. Let's take a look at that replay there. Once again, that bull just about, the replay is just about as fast as the bull was coming out of the shoot in actual time, but YOLO showed us what he could do over a few rounds there. Showed the judges enough to score 81 1/2 points, so YOLO, 81 1/2 points for Megan Ibrahimi. 1 bull remaining in the junior futurity. That's Hit the Lights. Wyatt Robinson scored to beat Hunter Hawkins, 84 1/4 on his bull 27. Takes a couple of steps out to the right and gets into a nice spin. Nice looking bull there and Hit the Lights. Does he have enough, though, to beat that 84 1/4 of Hunter Hawkins? Should be real close. Let's take a look at the replay. Wyatt Robinson's bull steps out a couple of steps to the right and gets into his pattern, getting it on, waiting on the judges' score. 84 1/4 points to beat. 84 3/4 points. Wyatt Robinson, last bull out, takes the junior futurity unofficially with his bull Hit the Lights. Always good to see the youngins competing in the junior futurities. These are the stock contractors of the future. Wyatt Robinson, 84 3/4 points. His bull Hit the Lights, the unofficial winner. We will be back with the official postings in just a couple of minutes. You are watching the Buck and Bull Owners Syndicate from Mariposa, California. The junior futurity just completed. We will be back in just a moment.
Welcome to our 52,272,000 square foot nutrition center, the home of the checkerboard. 1,200 acres of working farmland where we serve 3,000 animals every day to make each one the best they can be. It's more than a nutrition center. It's a 1,200-acre foundation for integrity, innovation, performance, and quality. The proof is in the numbers. Over 20,000 studies and more than 100 patents to perfect taste, nutrition, digestion, and performance. That's over 85 years of continuous learning, and it won't stop anytime soon. More than 100 employees in the pursuit of animal excellence year-round. We stand proudly with the checkerboard. It represents the 100 million animals we feed every day, and the reason we never stop striving to deliver what they need to grow and thrive, to produce and win. The proof is in the numbers. And it begins here with us. 1,200 acres, 9 squares, 1 commitment. Look for the checkerboard. It's the only check you need.
Bucking Bull TV is your go-to web source for great events and stories on the bull riding industry. Coming this September, Midwest Bucking Bull Association action from Leon, Iowa. Bucking Bull Owners Syndicate from Mariposa, California. watch programs pay-per-view for a one-time fee during September, and get your subscription now to enjoy our growing archive. Jeff Bressler, Buck and Bull TV, back in Mariposa, California. We have the official results of the junior futurity. Let's look at the top three. Your winner, Wyatt Robinson, came out last with his nice bull, Hit the Lights, 84 3/4 points. Finishing second, Bull 27, Hunter Hawkins, 84 1/4 points. Rounding out the top three, LJ's Pet for Jazz's Villaverde, 83 1/4 points. In a crisp evening event, Buck and Bull TV witnessed some ranked bulls that quickly dusted off almost every rider that dared to mount up. There were just over 30 bulls from Derby to Classic to Maturity classes making up the field. There were a handful of good wrecks, but none of the young riders sustained any serious injury. When the dust settled, Bull 126 Scar, owned by Robinson Buck and Bulls, took first in the Rider Derby with a 90-point score. In the Classic group, Oreo Blast, owned by Julio Moreno, edged Velvet Rain of Nunes Livestock by a 1/4 point with a score of 89 3/4. And in the Maturity, it was Callie's Cruel Intentions, owned by Premier Ag, that won the class with a mark of 88 points.
It was a good out for Callie's Cruel Intentions. He just came back off of a month's tour in Oregon. We went to 5 shows this last month, and he actually won Salem 2 weeks ago, so we're excited to be here, and it's time for him to go home and rest. We want the bull riders to ride our bulls as long as they can, to show them off the best they can, and so it's just a great deal for everybody. We get to win money, Cowboys get to win money, and the bulls get experience.
Heading into fall, the BBOS standings through the Mariposa event look this way. In the futurity class, Bull 270 Haunt, owned by Ken McFertridge, is in first with 343 points and is followed by Bull 221 Bad to the Buzzer, owned by Van Meter, Dace, and Hampton. In the Derby, Van Meter, Dace, and Holbrooks, Bull Yellow Fever holds first and is hotly pursued by Little Red, owned by Andrew Cole. In the Rider Derby, Quick Draw of Hopkins Bucking Bulls is in first and leads Mortimer, owned by Julio Moreno, by less than 2 points. The Junior Futurity is quite a race as Glitter, owned by Megan Ibrahimi, is in first and just ahead of Hit the Lights, owned by Wyatt Robinson, by less than 3 points. Megan's other bull, YOLO, and Hunter Hawkins' bull, number 27, are not far off the mark. In the Classic, Slam Dunk, owned by Humps and Horns, leads Whiskey Driven, owned by Cazatoro and Mafi, in second, and Redneck Evil, owned by Lorenzo Pasilis, less than 2 points behind in third place. Moving on to the Maturity, the Lorenzo Pasilis bull 310 Cougar is in first place, with Shine Bone Alley currently sitting second. BBOS concludes their season with the finales on October 11th in Corscoll, California, honoring and supporting fire relief. Bucking Bull TV would like to thank Dale and Carol Miller and Miller Photo for sharing their dynamic bull riding images with us. The Millers have decades of buck and stock photography experience and surely did a great job in Mariposa. The great state of California has a rich tradition of bucking stock contractors, breeders, and trainers that are known worldwide. Buck and Bull TV appreciated the visit to Mariposa and getting the opportunity to get to know the Buck and Bull Owners Syndicate. It's an up-and-coming association that's bringing opportunity to West Coast owners and putting forth some great bulls in the industry. For more information, you can reach them online at www.thebBOS.com or by phone 559-577-2445. Jeff Matthews and the group will be happy to talk with you.